Good day, students. So, we're going to have a discussion right now for Module 4 of our Logic course. And today, we're going to have a discussion of logical inference or logical reasoning. Again, our topic for today is logical inference or reasoning or logical reasoning. To start with, let us define first what reasoning is. It is the last and ultimate act of mind in the division of logic. If you can recall, the division of logic are, we have first the simple apprehension, the judgment, and the very least is the reasoning. But it is the highest act of the mind to be considered. It is also called as logical inference, which seeks to conform to the standards set by the propositions in order to establish a frame of logical reference to new ideas. In our previous discussion, we have tackled already proposition. Again, when we say proposition, it is a declarative statement. That is its minimum requirement in order for you to consider a statement that you have mentioned as proposition. So here now are the basic kinds of logical inference. We have the premise, which are or is the previously known judgment. You will always have two premises into one statement. And also we have here the conclusion, which is the new judgment basing on the premises that you have mentioned. Again, your premise can be one or premises can be two in order for you to create a conclusion. If you want to have a strong conclusion, you need to have two premises because those two premises will be the basis of your conclusion. There are two types of logical inference. We have the immediate logical inference and we have the mediate logical inference. For this class' sake, we're going to focus more with the immediate logical inference. Immediate logical inference. It is synonymous with the word direct, or which proceeds directly from one proposition to another. It is therefore a re-expression of the very truth that expressed from the original proposition. Again, we should take note of the term direct, synonymous, and the better definition is it's a re-expression of what you have mentioned before, of what you have mentioned in your premise. Okay, so now let us proceed to the kinds of immediate logical inference. We have the deductive inference or the equivalence, and the last one is the oppositional inference or the oppositional square of the proposition. We're going to focus for this class with the deductive inference or the equivalence. When we say deductive inference, it comes from the Latin word ducere, which means to lead, and the suffix Latin word ex, which means from. From the nominal definition by etymology, this deductive means to lead from. Okay. Therefore, a method of rendering the same fundamental truth transposed in a given proposition is the very meaning of deductive inference. Again, it is a method of rendering same fundamental truth. You are re-expressing the fundamental truth based on the premise into your new premise or into your new conclusion. Okay. In this sense, it is therefore the judgment expressed that we express the truth given by the original proposition. For instance, let us set this as an example in the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 12. It says there, "Do unto others what you would have them to do unto you." This is the original proposition. Now, if you're going to make an deductive inference, you're not going to change anything, but you're just going to re-express the thought being mentioned on this one. And we can safely say, therefore, don't do unto them what you don't want them to do unto you. It has same thought with the original verse that we have mentioned a while ago. So that is one form of deductive inference or deductive reasoning. And we're going now to proceed with the 4 kinds of deductive inference. And later on, we're going to have it one by one. What's the difference of a conversion to aversion to contraposition, and finally to inversion? Again, these are the 4 kinds of deductive inference.